Welcome everybody to Moneyline Madness on a Monday night. For Monday Night Football, we've got some NBA, we've got some big news around baseball, we got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. Matt, how we doing?
I'm feeling good. I really wasn't digging the Monday Night Football bets that much today, but then I started coming around a little bit, found some individual ones I liked, even got an NBA bet on my slate. So I don't know, I'm feeling a little confident.
Double R right away. YouTube views matter. You're dead.
They do matter. YouTube lives matter very, very much.
Oh yeah.
Go Phils. Phillies signing Trey Turner. We will definitely talk about that. Massive contract, massive commitment, 11 years. Man, a lot going on in the MLB.
Most two issue at 11 years of job security.
Dude, with that much money, like, oh man.
Good
what
for
more
Trey.
can you ask for in life, you know?
Good for Trey.
Nah,
plus he's in shape. He's 30. Good for him.
Yeah, dude's playing into his 40s. That's just incredible. All right, let's get these Thursday Night Football bets out of the way.
Monday. Whoa. It's Monday.
Yeah,
it's
bad,
Monday. Because I know on the thing it goes up there.
Oh, does it?
All right, it does. But that's all right.
Okay. Here,
It's Monday night.
Get a little edit real quick.
A little quick edit.
Yeah.
It is Monday Night Football. Game's the Bucks. Bucks tonight. My Mets flag just fell. We got the Buccaneers Saints tonight. I mean, it's the worst division in football. And that's saying something because there's some bad divisions in football right now.
There really are.
Worst division of football.
But
not much intrigue. But what do you got tonight?
Yeah, I was looking, and definitely not much intrigue into the game is like who wins, what it means, everything like that. Like I think we mostly realize that the Bucks are going to take that division now. The Falcons are kind of squandering in front of our eyes, so it is what it is. I'm taking tonight though an Andy Dalton interception minus 140. Red Rifle is just not going to get it done for me tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely riding that one. And then the big play I posted in the Discord is definitely Bucks -3 tonight. I love that, and I'm throwing a unit and a half right on that one.
I like the Bucks -3 for the whole game. I personally put on my sheet Bucks -2.5 in the first half. I think they're just gonna come out of the gates and get a couple touchdowns.
And rip them. Yeah.
Put it to bed early. Why not? Why not just put it to bed early? Saints can't hold up with you. Marshawn Lattimore's not playing. So
that's why I'm smashing the spread right now. That's absolutely the reason. I mean, who else is out there guarding these guys at this point?
Yeah. So the over/under on the Mike Evans Lattimore by default it's under because I don't think unless Lattimore comes off the sideline.
Push or avoid.
Unless it comes off the sideline.
Wow. What are the odds of that? Now we're
would be
reaching
insane.
into some. That's a fact. I mean, it says it right there. Like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube views matter for sure. Sure. You got anything else that you were looking at in this one?
No, that was the only one I had. The -2.5 in the first half. Buccaneers. I think it'll be a quick one tonight. They'll end that one. I'm not sure.
Pack them out. Tom Brady swiftly. I know a lot of people. The kind of stigma against Tom Brady in this game and siding with the Bucks -3 is that, they didn't play the Saints well, in his first couple seasons with Tampa. But truthfully, that doesn't matter to me. He took a W over them earlier in this year, so his record is 1-4 now. Whatever. That doesn't mean much to me.
No, doesn't mean
one thing that I was looking at, and this is courtesy of brand new Mo Sports partner BetUS. They had an individual prop. Now you guys can hit us up for a free link. Just for signing up, you get a free $50 to bet with. I mean, it's really just that easy.
Why not?
No deposit required. So easy. It's free money. With some of that money, I then decided to look at some props for tonight's game. I sent it to you and Simo. I really like the Buccaneers individually to win by 7 to 12 points. That's sitting at +400, and I feel like the value of that is just incredible, honestly. That's just a touchdown. All you have to win by is a touchdown, +400. I mean, I'm definitely taking that one as a little sprinkle in addition to my -3 pick.
That BetUS stuff is great. I've got everybody in my family in on it. Everybody's in on it. Great. It's free money. Use it as you please, and make some money off of it.
Primetime Andy Dalton, take the Bucs.
Is that a
That's
thing?
fact.
I would know. Is that a thing that he's like? I mean, he's terrible in every game now.
Yeah.
But
how many touchdowns do you think Brady throws for? I'm leaning him over 2. I think 2 tonight. 2 sounds like a good number, and we may as well cue the trumpets because Andy B. All right, Andy B. Talk to him.
Got a glow,
the Mets
man.
signed Justin Verlander.
He did.
How are we feeling about that signing? Because Simo is telling me that this makes the Mets a better team than when they had Jacob deGrom, and I just don't know if I could hop on board with all of that.
Here's where I agree with him, okay? The only reason I agree with Mo there, because usually I'd say no. Is Jacob deGrom a better pitcher than Justin Verlander? Yes. When they're both healthy, yes. Jacob deGrom's unbelievable. I haven't seen Jacob deGrom throw a full season since 2019. COVID didn't exist then. We've had an entire pandemic since the last time Jacob deGrom threw a full season. So I will not say that he is wrong, because personally, I think Verlander's a better bet to stay healthy, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a 40-year-old.
40 years old,
at
after
40
Tommy
years
John.
old. But here's what people don't understand. He threw one inning between 2020 and 2021. And 2022, he obviously threw 200 innings, won a Cy Young. He had 2 years off, so I don't know how much it's going to hurt him. I think maybe his arm doesn't have the innings that people think. I don't know. There's a lot that could go into that, but it's a 2-year deal. It's a guy who just won a Cy Young. You pair him with his old friend from Detroit. I think they are a better team because I can trust more that Verlander could stay healthy than deGrom. Even though there's questions on both sides, Jacob deGrom will be under contract for 5 years. Verlander will be 2 years. So
I mean, it makes a little more sense.
It's just a little bit more sense.
A decent amount younger, probably
good,
5.
But also at the same time,
younger.
At the same time, the Rangers have to understand, you can't guarantee Jacob deGrom's hitting 30 starts. You just can't.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing. And it's more likely that Verlander does it even at 40 years old, just because he's proven he's kind of like Tom Brady. For a while, he can just push back Father Time. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I'm impressed. I made it pretty clear I would have preferred Carlos Rodon, but look, you gotta have great pitching to win the World Series. And this team, he said on his brother's podcast, I don't know if you saw it, he said, this is not the lineup that we're gonna be going into the season with. It's gonna be a different lineup, which makes me excited. They're still gonna add some pitching. So
we're getting news from Joel Sherman as well that the Mets are still looking to add other pieces as well.
Yeah, I've heard.
And this is the point, that question of the Mets rotation.
But here's the truth.
Definitely.
There's health concerns in everybody's rotation. Pitchers are weird, man. Scherzer got hurt last year too. He had an oblique injury.
Yeah,
Verlander didn't get hurt. That was what was impressive. So
yeah. No, I definitely think that it's a solid addition nonetheless.
It's a great addition.
I don't understand the Mets fans that are then trying to then shit on Jacob deGrom with this signing. I get it, but you just sound like kind of a bitter ex.
Well, that's what we are. I will admit I'm a bitter ex as well, because I don't know why he didn't want to be a Met anymore. I want to hear him say, what was it about New York that you didn't want to play? Was it us? Was it the Mets fans? What did we do? Because all year he said, I love being a Met. I love New York. I love the fans. They're the best fans in the world. And then the minute he had an opportunity, he bolted out of there. So I don't know what it is. That's what it is. It's the curiosity in me. I don't want to judge his decision, but I'm very curious as to why he felt like he needed to leave. Good for him. He got paid 5 years at 34 years old. That's a great deal for him.
Yeah.
And good for Texas. Texas was desperate. They needed it. So good for them.
Exactly.
You're
exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm getting. And then you're just trying to flex at least she's got money. I don't know. What? Wow. It's whatever to me.
That old Cougar just won the Cy Young and the World Series. So, he pitched deep into October. So we know he could still do that. The one thing that scares me is that people have not mentioned this. The Mets had their wild card series. Their 3 starters. The only one that pitched well was Jacob deGrom. He was the only one that pitched well.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing nobody has mentioned. But
yep,
I think it's a great addition. Obviously, everybody's talked about all the things Justin Verlander brings with him, the leadership, everything.
Wife.
Kate Upton, yeah. I was getting there. Yeah, he brings a lot with him. So I think it's very exciting for the team. But there's more to be done. There has to be. So.
Yep. And we may as well shift over to your National League East rival now. The Philadelphia Phillies signed Trey Turner to a massive 11-year, $300 million contract.
Here's why I think it's perfect. It's an 11-year deal. Not a single person that's in that organization right now will be there in 11 years to see the end of it, because they're all old. Everybody in that organization right now is old. Their manager's in his late 50s. He's not coaching. He's not managing until he's 70. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Their GM's in his 70s already, I believe. Their owner's older. None of them are gonna be there to see it. Why the hell do they care?
They're shooting for the next 2-3 years.
They want to win in the next. And you know what? Harper and Turner, they're good buddies. They're playing together again. Good for them. The NL East is just amazing. Everybody wants to win in the NL East, except the Nationals. Everybody wants to win. So it's a great division.
Yeah, no, the Phillies are definitely like, if the Phillies get a bullpen piece, watch out. Like,
no, for sure.
I
mean, they've got the rotation.
Really,
I mean, go look at the
starters.
Man.
I mean, Brad Hand was solid in the closing position, but really, if they did blow a game, it came down to just not having the relief to get it done. But I really would be intimidated by the Phillies. I think the National League East is going to be a bloodbath next year. And now SEMO can have it. The National League East is the best division in baseball.
By far it was the best last year.
It was, but I wanted to give them a little, some fight,
no, you're right.
But now it's undisputed.
I think the next time we do an episode, we'll have something to talk about the Yankees too. I think he will have a decision made. It sounds like he will. We got
this right here. Brian Cashman signed through 2026.
They know what they're doing, man. They know to troll. They know how to troll the Yankees.
Unreal.
They really do.
They do.
They see that the team 10 miles away just signed Justin Verlander and said, we got Brian Cashman.
But you know what? I am hearing more and more that Aaron Judge is just a 2-team race. There really is nobody in the picture.
The one thing that scares me, man, the Giants team's desperate. They've been whiffing on free agents for years.
Overpay and definitely.
Exactly what happened with DeGrom. A desperate team overpaid and they hit.
Yep.
All it takes is one team, so that'll be very fun.
It wouldn't shock me, but then again, if you are the Yankees, then you have to pivot elsewhere, right? You have to go to Carlos Correa immediately, right? You have to go to somebody like that, instantly. You have to maybe even call the Angels about Ohtani. I feel like there is a sense of urgency.
He's a Met already.
You guys could have Senga. You guys could have Kodai Senga.
Dude, he just came out of nowhere, Kodai Senga. He looks amazing, so hey, get him to me, but he looks amazing.
You just never know with some of these prospects that come over if they're going to pan out or
not. Not everybody could be Ohtani. Some could be Masahiro Tanaka.
No, there was a Yankee before. I mean, Tanaka in his prime.
Tanaka was decent.
Tanaka reached starting ERAs in Yankee playoff history.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's been some bad ones. There's somebody on the Reds who's literally
No, the Yankees had what was his name? The Yankees brought originally a guy before even Hideki Matsui. They brought in a pitcher. And it was like, oh, this guy throws 101 miles an hour. He was breaking the MLB. Like, he was going to be one of the first starters to throw 100 plus. He came over and he started throwing, and he threw 94 miles an hour because the ball was bigger in the United States than it was in Japan.
Yeah, so, it's going to be very interesting that his transition. I know the Mets seem to be the favorite on that one. Look, I don't think Ohtani will be a Yankee solely because I think they will get Judge to stay.
I don't
think they'll pay both.
That's why, Semo's not going to get a reaction out of me when he does all this. Oh, you're worried about Judge. You're not going to get a reaction. You shouldn't react because until it's over, you should feel fine. That's how I felt about DeGrom. Usually, when you hype yourself up, you get very crushed like I was Friday night. But GG's.
You just have to prepare for it, man. You'll be ready.
That's a fact. All right, let's sling some NBA picks before we get out of here. What were you looking at? Because it's an okay NBA slate tonight. But then again, I don't know if anybody else had seen my tweet, but these player props on FanDuel, DraftKings, etc., they aren't coming out with these lines until literally 30 minutes before tip-off. It's making these episodes sometimes so difficult to talk NBA because they'll drop one team's starting lineup props, but not another's. And solely for the reason that they probably know people are looking at that, right? Like tonight, I was looking at the Hornets game, the Hornets going up against the Clippers, right? And what was I looking at instantly? Like, oh, Zubac rebounds. Like, he's going to eat them up. What did the FanDuel player props have up? Only Charlotte Hornets players. So it's just like, what? Come on. Like, you're baiting people into losing money.
It's everywhere. Sports gambling is everywhere. You have to have everything bettable.
Yeah,
everything in the game's got to be bettable.
Markets like this.
You should be able to bet everything happening in an NBA stadium with how much they're putting into betting marketing and everything. I should be able to bet on which side of the head the referee's going to part his hair. I should be able to bet everything if you're going to put this much money into it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Iman's out here waiting for months to bet in Maryland. They finally get the opportunity, and now we've got them cutting bets on people.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting work. And exactly what you said, if you're going to push betting on people, you got to have the open markets. You can't pick and choose what you're going to let people bet on, because that's just blatant corruption in front of our very eyes.
Yeah.
With that being said, I did find one prop tonight that I like.
Yeah.
So if you want to go first, feel free.
I'll go first with mine because mine's easy.
Yeah.
Mine feels pretty good. Bucks minus 9.5 against Orlando. It's at minus 115, I believe it was.
You could actually grab them. It's live right now, right? So you could grab them. They're down 10-5. You could grab that minus 7.5 for minus 120.
There you go. Do that instead.
Yep.
Slow start for the Bucks. Doesn't happen often. Take advantage of that. They're live. Take that. Yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna win tonight. Clearly a slow start, but I think they'll figure it out. They're the Bucks. They know what they're doing, and Giannis is Giannis. So.
Giannis is Giannis. That's a fact. Even though they're in Orlando, it doesn't matter. My NBA pick tonight, I'm rolling with my mains Mavs and Luka Doncic getting a double-double and a W tonight against the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if there's a little drama with the whole Kim Kardashian stuff going on, but regardless, I am still taking Luka to absolutely baptize the backcourt of the Phoenix Suns. He always steps up whenever they play. I mean, was it not evident enough when they put him in the dirt and beat him by 60 points in the playoffs?
Of course.
Like the largest margin in playoff history. Like,
that
come on.
YouTube video of Chris Paul hitting a 3 down 50, and it said big time 3 by Chris Paul. I love that one.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. And like, it's just, I don't know, they're just a better team regardless. Like, they find ways to beat the Suns. So I'm taking Luka double-double and the Mavericks to win tonight for plus 160.
You could put I-Main's comment up there. This is the one thing I've been saying all NBA season. I've watched most of the Celtics games this year, and I will say this. You can't touch overs of the Celtics games. Their defense is too good.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the score. What was it, yesterday? It was like 80 points to 80. It was like 80 in the beginning of the fourth. Like, they're playing low scoring games at the NBA standards. So I don't know. I struggle to touch overs in any Celtics game right now. They score a lot, but the other team doesn't score much at all. So that's a tough one to take. I had a question for you because you brought up the Kim K stuff, and I'm just curious.
Okay.
Off topic. You're going down. All right. The plane's going down. You're Kanye right now. All right. Obviously with different ideals. Are you taking everybody else down with you?
If
the plane's going down, you're going down.
At this point, why not? Like, watch
right?
it all burn. Okay. You know, like,
I asked everybody. Everybody wants to play fake God over here. They'll protect everybody. They're not going to hurt anybody. If I'm going down, everyone that deserves to go down is going down with me.
Respect, much respect, and yeah, Kanye. We're just not gonna talk about Kanye.
Yeah,
anymore. He's canceled.
Yeah, you're
on this show at least. So GG's.
He's been mentioned twice in a week. We probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got today. Not
one last thing
happening. Oh yeah.
Donovan Mitchell will be a Knick one day.
You think so?
That was clear. That was clear to me last night.
Well, I wasn't tuned into the Knicks game actually.
First of all, Francisco Lindor was in the courtside seats, went up and dapped him right away. Love that. Okay. Every time the guy does an interview, I feel like he brings up the Knicks. Every time. And the media brings it up too. They bait him into it. But the way he was talking about New York last night, the way he was talking about the Knicks, the moment his contract expires, he'll be wearing a Knicks uniform. And I'm sure that makes you happy. I think he's still depressed that he's not on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Just as much as the fans are.
I mean, he
angry.
thought. Yeah,
he thought he was here.
He
really
did. Out of his prime. Yeah, probably, right? With our luck, or he'll come into like tear his Achilles or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've given up right now. The Knicks really don't interest me that much.
We won last night though.
Just because we did, but like the thing is, like, I can't be happy when Julius Randle puts up like 25, 30 points, right? But then on other plays, like, he's costing us defensive possessions because he's being lazy. You know, like, I used to watch, I remember at the end of Carmelo's career, I would say, like, oh, man, he's dogging it. You know, he's being lazy.
Mailing it in. Why not?
But, yeah, no, and maybe sometimes that was the case. But I'm seeing now with Julius Randle, Carmelo was more just preserving some of his energy for the offensive side of the ball.
That was his game, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than Julius Randle, who has defensive potential, is relied on to be a solid defender in this lineup and still just chooses to be lazy, not close out shooters, not make rotations. It's just so aggravating, and I can't root for it because of that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you know you're the star of the team and you know they can't do anything about it. Like, they pay him the highest I guess technically the highest, and he just kind of nails it in on defense because The truth about basketball is a lot of guys don't want to play defense, but some guys know they have to do it. It's their role. Some stars embrace it. Julius is not going to embrace playing defense. That's not his.
He's a fat slob. It is what it is.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree. He's not going to embrace playing defense for the Knicks. On a losing team, I don't think he really wants to play defense right now. But also, he's very inconsistent offensively too. So I mean,
yeah,
you can
GG's.
Yeah,
it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
All
right. Any last minute comments before we head out of here?
No, man. Hopefully, we come back Thursday. We got even better news to talk about.
With some Aaron Judge news. Bucks
or I will
matches,
have a song loaded up for you.
Yeah, you
already in my head.
Oh, jeez. I know. Defense is all about effort and will. Yeah, and he's got
no
effort and
no
he
will.
doesn't have any will to play because he's already making money. So it is what it is.
Why not?
Well, you just can only pray Julius Randle is out of town along with Tom Thibodeau before the
Sacramento.
Yeah, if they want another power forward. But all right, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
We will catch you guys on Thursday with the little Thursday night pregame. Otherwise, yeah, have a good night.
Oh
everybody.
yeah.
Let's go Bucks.
Everybody.